be okay. Just keep running. Alright, I'm safe for now. But what was that thing? Looked like me, but I don't remember anything like it.
Interesting question. That's what we're going to be answering in today's episode of Piggy Theory.
What do you mean by Piggy theory? Wait, do you exploit us animals for commercial?
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Piggy Theory, the show where memories don't torment us, they just give us more to theorize about. In this video, we will be covering a character so elusive, yet the key to understanding more about one of our main companions in the game. That character, of course, is none other than Memory. But before we can get to any of that spicy stuff we will be covering today, we need to set things straight. This episode was meant to be released over 2 months ago, when the Zompiggy episode first dropped. I'm clearing this up now because this episode kind of acts as a sequel to the episode mentioned previously and repeatedly references lore elements mentioned by Uziria in that specific video. So with all the boring stuff out of the way, brace your Umbra shoulder pal and yourself as we will be crawling our way towards the light where the truth behind this mysterious apparition resides. Isn't it nice to be back in distorted memory? The nostalgia could never feel any better. And with that nostalgia lies a lot of hidden lore we have yet to uncover on this channel. Just by taking a quick look, you'd be really swift to notice conspicuous messages written on different walls of the house, which weren't actually there in the normal house map. With all our knowledge we got from later chapters of the game, we'd be quick to realize that this is the doing of the main antagonist, Tio. Those elements of text say things that would probably scare the dickens out of a kid fairly easily. A kid like the one we play as, Georgie. As much as I'd love to endlessly discuss this character and how far he has grown as we go from chapter to chapter, he's not the main focus of today's episode. Rather, I'll be taking a close look at the bot of this chapter. This bot is depicted as a lost memory or apparition by the wiki and MiniToon himself, most probably one of Georgie's deep memories. They are a gray pig with black eyes and a dark gray dress. Now, right away, the black eyes that Memory possesses might instantly remind you guys of another member of the Piggy family. That member is Mother. She has an overall design similar to Memory's, both of which sharing around the same height and the same colored eyes, as I mentioned earlier. So that settles it. Memory is Mother, right? That would be true, if I didn't have another theory that would suggest otherwise. You could believe in the previous statement if you want, and take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt, but I think that as we mentioned in a previous episode discussing another character's true identity, Memory is, without a shadow of a doubt, none other than Zompiggy.
Crowned? How could Memory possibly be Zompiggy? They not only appear in very distant locations, but they barely have any resemblances whatsoever.
Well, as good as those points may be, I beg to differ because I have my own evidence to bring to the table. If you remember correctly, in the Zompiggy video Uziria hosted, which I suggest you watch first before this one, he mentioned my theory about Zompiggy being Memory.
One that has been going around the Piggy community last year, which is Memory being Zompiggy. Now I agree with this theory a lot because it makes sense. Both characters are female pigs. Even Crown thinks this is the real identity. But there is a slight problem with this theory. MiniToon has confirmed that Memory is a dead relative of the Piggy family, but he still hasn't said the same for Zompiggy. Again, Memory can still be Zompiggy, but this slight problem can make it false.
The theory in question specifically states that Zompiggy could be a lost member of the Piggy family, not grandfather, who was believed to be at first, then endlessly joked about within the community, because he canonically doesn't exist. But Georgie has some memories of this member, which would lead to him seeing that member under the form of an infected in his nightmares. But this is all speculation and could easily be countered by saying that Tio controls Georgie's nightmares. So that would most likely mean that Memory is the result of Mother being corrupted and twisted by Tio into something that Georgie would fear and run away from. This theory could be true, but that would be highly unsatisfactory. With all of this in mind, to summarize, Memory could be one of two things. Memory could be a corrupted version of Mother that is the result of Tio's doing, or Memory could be a remaining of Georgie's deceased family member, a forgotten member of the Piggy family, which, therefore, would make Zompiggy the last we see of them in the Metro. Now, both of these theories are quite good on their own, but I want to hear your theories. I'm really curious to see what you guys can figure out, so comment down below your thoughts, and I might read some of them and give my feedback. Alternatively, you can join the Piggy Theorists official forge, or Discord server, and drop us some suggestions and theories there. We'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to check it out. And as always, that's just a theory, a Piggy theory. Thanks for watching.